Hanging here, Scream, Cory B, Spin, Swamp Izzo. And tonight, man, we saluting the West Coast.
Yeah.
Live from LAX.
Yeah, all that.
In the A-Town live.
Yeah. What's
Partner
up?
Nipsey Hussle. What's up, brother?
What it do, big homie?
Welcome to the A-Town, brother.
Appreciate it.
How you liking the A-Town right now?
Man, I love Atlanta, man. I told you every time I come, I'm thinking about getting a spot, man. You know, I want to come down here for good, but you know, eventually, I'm gonna get something out here.
It's not your first time here, right?
Nah, I've been coming to Atlanta since I was like 16, but you know, not on music, but just you know, coming out here, you know what I mean, filling the city out. But
what's usually the first thing you like to get into as soon as you jump out the jet when you get to Atlanta?
Honestly, the hotel, but at nighttime I go mess with them clubs, man.
Okay.
I don't do the strip club in LA because it don't even compare.
They don't strip, right?
Yeah, and then they, you know, them bitches be bullet holes. And, you know what I'm saying? It ain't no good selection like it is out here.
What strip club you fucking with out here in A?
Last time I came, Onyx. They said Onyx still popping on Thursday.
Oh, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you know, it's, you know, I was kind of blown away.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, I fuck with it.
Y'all got Roscoe's out there.
Yeah,
so we salute Roscoe's. Roscoe's is actually better than Gladys Knight Chicken and Waffle. We'll say that.
I agree.
We'll say that even though we're from the A-Town.
That's right. Honesty is the policy.
But you had any soul food since you been out here?
Nah, not this trip. You know, my folks from out here been telling me about a couple spots.
Yeah.
Damn, I forgot the name of the shit, man. It was one spot they just put me on, so I need to try it out. But
I think Nipsey need to hit Busy Bees or something.
Busy Bees?
Busy Bees, aight.
Busy Bees, aight?
It's aight.
What's the new? I don't even eat that much shit no more. What's the new soul food though?
Man, my soul food spot is too far, man. I ain't gonna go out there.
Man, I keep it. I go to Houston's, man. Every time I come out here, keep it regular.
Gotta get
man.
the spinach dip.
Yeah, exactly.
Without question.
You know.
Nipsey Hussle is in the building. Keep it locked. We got so many joints to play from his new joint, Crenshaw.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna start with this Check Me Out joint, man. That's my joint.
Let's get into it.
Alright, here it is, 1-877-60 Hip Hop, Scream, Cory B, Spin, Swamp Izzo, Nipsey Hussle in the building. Nation, we live. It's Hoodrich Radio. The entire Hoodrich team is here with Nipsey.
Check me out.
Hussle.
Check me out.
Hey.
Now you live up to your name, brother, Nipsey Hussle.
I tried my hardest, man. I got to, man. I'd be a fraud if I didn't, man.
because I want to give you a true story. I woke up one morning.
Yeah.
You know, I get on the blogs every morning, see what's going on. Just roll my eye down and everything.
Yeah.
And I looked and I thought it was a typo. It says Nipsey Hussle to sell new CD for $100. I was like, they put an extra zero there, bro. Like, what was the thought process behind that?
Man, honestly, bro, I read a book, man. I got one of my close friends. He like a mentor to me, Big Bob Francis.
Okay.
He always put me up on ideas and literature and just things to stay sharp, you know. And he put me on a book called Contagious.
Right.
By an author named Jonah Berger, who's also a professor at like an Ivy League business school.
Okay.
And I got to the second chapter, and I put the book down, and I'm like, we charging $100 for the CD.
Wow.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna attach an experience to it. We're gonna make it double down as a ticket to a concert you can't buy tickets to.
Right.
We're gonna number them and sign them with gold ink.
Right. And so it was a package deal. It wasn't just.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, I got a lot of flack too because they was like, this nigga charging $100 for a CD that's free. But
I ain't gonna lie, I said, man, Nipsey, I fuck with Nipsey, but $100, and them J's about to come out on them.
Yeah, you know, but it was also an experience. You know that I'm gonna announce the concert real soon. I got a big partner in the concert.
Okay.
It's gonna be some dope one-on-one type thing. So yeah, man, and more than anything, I just wanted people to talk and create conversation.
Yeah.
But we ended up selling out on the first day.
Dope.
And, you know, that was.
And Jay Rock with you. He bought I think 100 copies.
Yeah.
Right?
Shout out to Jay and Rock Nation.
Did he personally call you, or did it just happen?
Nah, he didn't call me. He beat out from Rap Radar.
Okay.
Who I announced. Who I announced the actual thought process behind the $100 CD. I wrote up a little, little page or two about it.
Yeah.
Right.
And he put it on Rap Radar, and then 10 minutes later he called me back like, yeah, Jay said he respect the move, salute.
Dope.
And then the next day, my team hit me like, Rock Nation wanna buy 100 CDs, so you know, set up the shipping and all that. They gonna send the bread.
Dope. That's what's up. Now you just spoke about reading, man, and that's something you don't hear a lot about in hip hop and with rappers and with to be honest, just people or black people. Period.
Hip hop generation,
most definitely.
Can you express to people how important it is to read? Because I personally think that if you read, even if you didn't finish college or this, that, and the third, but if you read, you can educate yourself. Can you express that to the people out there?
I feel the same way, bro. I didn't really graduate high school. You know, I left early when I was like 14, but I was always, you know, had books around me. My mom always, you know what I mean, kept books in the house and it made it important that I was well versed.
Yeah.
You know, so it's a habit I just kept as I grew older.
Yeah.
And I just read things I was interested in. You know, I started off reading magazines. You know what I mean? That's how I learned about hip hop culture outside of LA.
Right.
By reading like XXL and The Source, hearing about classic albums from other places and all that.
Right.
And then like anything I was interested in, I read the magazines about it.
Right.
And I just started getting into books. And just like you said, a lot of my best ideas, a lot of my business savvy, which I ain't the smartest dude, but I know what I know. You know, came from books. Like I read books about the industry. I read books about the deals that was done in the industry.
Right.
And these dudes, you know, held out and made certain decisions that empowered them for the rest of their career.
And speaking on deals in the industry, man, you know, I've been kind of against the people with this. You know, everybody kind of threw L.A. Reid and Pebbles under the bus for the situation with TLC, and I was like, you know, like nobody held a pistol to their head and made them agree to that contract.
We'll argue about
it. We understand they were youthful, but at the end of the day, like, I mean, what's your take on that? What's your take on people who get into situations they can't get out of? Like, do you solely just blame the artist, or?
Nah, I mean, again, like you said, bro, it's always about choice. It ain't never about force. And you took some money.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So get paid.
You took some money. And so a lot of people didn't come from hustling, didn't come from the streets to know anytime somebody give you some money, it's probably because they feel like you worth more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna give you more than they feel like you worth.
Right.
So it's a little bit of both, man. I think that it's a level of ethic.
Yeah.
That, you know, as a business person, if you just a cutthroat business person, you're gonna have that experience. You know what I mean? You're gonna have the same energy and karma return to you. So you should have some ethics involved. But, you know, that's how people get ahead though. They make a few deals that was scandalous and then try to clean it up from there on, you know?
Yeah.
But again,
what's the antidote to that? Like, is it to just read, or should the artist be telling the young homies, like we obviously hear it in your music, like, you know, I 360 myself, and I exercise control, you know, lines like that stick with people, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So is it the artists that need to empower these people, or is it that they just need to go read?
Man, I mean, it's all what type of experience you want. Some people want to just go for the rap star experience. Right. And that's cool, you know, you can tour, do your endorsements, you know what I mean, and have a good partner in these labels, you know, by them being so much involved in your ancillary outside of your music, being involved in every aspect, it might help you, you know. So it's different strokes for different folks. Me personally, I ain't never sat a nigga spot. I ain't never got fronted. Not because I'm anything other than who I am. I wasn't raised to, you know, get paid before you work. Right. I believe you work first and then get paid. But that's just my philosophy, you know.
Are you looking to sign, man, or are you just gonna stay independent, or what's your plans with that?
I'm not signing as an artist nowhere. You know, I got a company that I record for. I record for my company, all money in, no money out. And so, you know, I would definitely partner up, you know what I mean, under the right terms. But, you know, we don't need to. You know what I'm saying? We sell 10,000 units at our price. That's $1 million. You know, we got a clothing line that's doing very well. You know, we got good relationships, you know what I'm saying? I think that I got a strong team. I got to give majority of the credit to my team. Right. You know, because they work as hard, if not harder than me. And don't get no credit for it, you know what I'm saying? They behind the scenes. But I will partner up, you know, with a company or a team of people that are like-minded and feel, you know, that it's time to do different things, out the box things, you know what I mean? Yeah. Dope.
1-877-60 Hip Hop, Nipsey Hussle in the building, Hoodrich Radio. Hit us on the Twitters at DJ Scream.
At I am Cory B.
At Nipsey Hussle, NIPSEYHUSSLE.
More music from Crenshaw right here. Wednesday night, Hoodrich Radio. Let's go.
Yeah.
Sirius XM Hip Hop Nation. We live. It's Hoodrich Radio. Scream, Cory B, Spin, Swamp, Izzo.
Yeah.
Nipsey Hussle still with us.
And double cupping, man.
I'm on my A-Town shit right now, man. You know, I came out here and got turned out some years ago. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh man.
Yeah.
What's your favorite part about the South?
Honestly, it's gonna sound cliche, but it's the different hospitality. Honestly, it seems like, you know, you get. I think it's more of like, I guess it's just more black people in powerful positions, maybe, or you know what I mean. I don't know what it is. It just feel a little bit more like, you know, you get a different embrace out here. I'm from LA. Everybody, not everybody, but majority of the people kind of like trying to get to Hollywood and you know, outside of the real parts of LA. I mean, you know what I'm saying. So it's different. I get a different feeling out here in the A. And then also it's just like we was talking about. It's a gang of outlets. If you gonna grind, you can wake up early and be working all day if that's what you want.
Yeah.
Whereas LA, you might only have 2 or 3 things to do, and it's time to go to the studio.
Yeah.
Can we look forward to any collabos with any like Atlanta artists coming up?
Yeah, most definitely. You know, that been on my list, man. I want to come down here and just really work with the city. You know, Scooter, my nigga. I mess with Scooter a lot.
Yeah.
Pee Wee, that's my homie. Pee Wee long way.
Pee Wee long way,
man.
Yeah.
Nipsey up on Pee Wee.
Yeah,
man,
that's why he double cupped over here right now.
Pee Wee my nigga, man. I done came out here, nigga gave me a car and other things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can believe.
Yeah, you know, so Pee Wee come to LA, you know what I mean? He know you ain't got to worry about nothing.
Right.
Pee Wee just a good nigga, I fuck with him.
Yeah.
Street music, man. Street music. I'm a big fan of street music. I live for it.
Absolutely.
And if you look at the, not to take anything from anybody, but if you look at the numbers this year, you know, definitely salute to Eminem for what he did and Drake and all of these artists that did these big numbers. But we haven't really seen a street artist do like those type of numbers since a Jeezy or a Snoop Dogg or,
50.
you know, just certain names. So why do you think that is? Do you think that the industry is kind of giving up on street music, or the vibe is not the same, or do you think that people just might get tired of hearing the same stories from artists that actually aren't living that life? Like, what do you think that the antidote is to bring street music back to the forefront?
I think what you said is a part of it. That, you know, we've been hearing the same story. And anytime, you know, it become cliche, we off of it. If it ain't genuine, people don't want it, we gonna reject it. You know, that's what made us like street music, that it was genuine, and it was like, damn, he rapping about that? That's shocking. You know what I mean? And then it became what everybody's rapping about, and then people that not even indigenous to that lifestyle rapping about it. They like, man, it's a fad, we over it. But I think another part of it is, you can satisfy the streets without doing any of the things that make an album sell.
Right.
So a lot of times, you know, you can just kill your audience, the street audience, but you're not doing any of the things that actually make an album sell. You know, so I think you got to be able to play both sports. Like, if you look at the street artists that did sell, you know, they killed the streets for sure, but then there was also a level of A&R and a level of setups with their singles, you know, things that make your music a little bit more accessible, big hooks, melodies, and things of that nature. So, you know, but I think it has a lot to do with the fact that it became cliche. Everybody was just rapping about the streets.
The same stories.
Talk
to us about Crenshaw, man, the creative process, the mind state you was in, the stuff that you was going through, and what inspired it.
You know, when I started recording the music that ended up on Crenshaw and then the music that's gonna be on Victory Lap, I had just came back off like my first world tour where I went outside the country, went to Europe, went to Japan, and you know, I still hadn't done a deal. You know what I mean? I started on Crenshaw and Slauson on my trunk. So it meant a lot to me to go to like Japan and go to Lyon, France, and go to like Paris and go to London and see people knowing my music. And I was just like, you know, whatever my next move is, it's gonna be my best move. So I just started recording, and I recorded since the end of 2011 all the way up until October 8th, 2013 when the project came out. And I went through every label, recorded me, and sat down with every label. You know what I mean? We talked to a lot of companies, and when I realized that there was no way I could be in a position of ownership, I was like, well, I got more work to do. You know, so the whole time I was recording, I knew I wanted to really, you know, go into depth about myself more than I had, you know what I mean, kind of take my craft.
Nipsey Hussle, check me out. You in trouble, check me out. Pay us now, check me out. Or pay me double, check me out. New Nipsey Hussle, check me out. New Nipsey Hussle, check me out. New Nipsey Hussle, check me out.